All right, welcome back, guys. I've done a lot of testing on legendary heroes. I want to rank them all, so I've taken Green Arrow. We've got the Red Hood along with Black Adam. They all have very comparable gear. I made sure that they all have the same 232, somewhere around there. They all have a legacy piece that's maxed out. That's this class. One has attack of 29%. The other one over here, Green Arrow, has the crit one on. It's maxed out as well. So a little variation there with crit and with straight attack, depending on what kind of damage they're going to do. But I did a lot of runs, and then we did runs with Red Hood. But Red Hood has a few more stars. Every time you have a new star, like right here at the first position, that's going to increase your ultimate damage. That's pretty big. You would think the Red Hood would do a little bit more damage than Green Arrow and Black Adam because he's doing a higher ultimate. But that's what we're here to test. We're here to see what legendary heroes actually do really good damage against multi-targets. Once we have a single target boss, I'll bring in Catwoman because Catwoman did terribly bad in my testing right now. And we're testing Vixen because something is wrong with this hero. She's giving everybody 30% increase attack. The person with the highest attack, 50% additional attack. Almost with 100% uptime. I would think both of these are at 15-second cooldown, and we're even doing that ultimate more often with this energy gain bonus of 21%. So we're going to test out Vixen to see how she's going to make our team better. As soon as we have a single target boss, we're going to test Captain Cold because he's not going to do any good here. We have new units coming in and dying really quickly. We need a single target so we can increase the physical damage done by 40%. Here's the Vixen run. We're not going to watch the whole run. I just want to give you an idea of what's going on. Vixen is going to buff Black Adam with that 50% additional attack. And then, of course, the whole team with the 30% additional attack. So there's Black Adam. She jumped back to him. He should be hitting much harder. Well, I'm going to show you when we just have Harley Quinn in here in that position instead of Vixen, what their damage is. We're not looking at overall damage. We're looking at what Black Adam and Green Arrow are doing now and then what they would do without Vixen in. Not overall damage. Yeah, Harley Quinn in there, of course. It's going to be overall more damage than having Vixen here. But shouldn't Black Adam and Green Arrow's damage increase by quite a lot with that increase? Isn't it increasing maybe their base attack and then their overall attack multiplier should go off of that? I mean, what is it actually increasing? Why is she doing such low damage and then these buffs aren't really working? I mean, they're really not working. Something's happening to where they're just not doing anything. They're not affecting our team. Don't forget, for your account, you can always try out any of these heroes. You can reset them as long as they're not past level 300. You can do this 1,000 times a day and try any hero you want and stay on top of your training nexus. This training nexus will allow you to play all your heroes eventually. Looking at the individual numbers, you can see Black Adam and Green Arrow have very comparable numbers. They have about the same stars. We have the Red Hood with more stars, so of course he's going to do more damage. And we're able to keep the whole entire team alive for 2 minutes. And you will be able to too. Eventually you'll have enough gear, enough levels, and enough healing to keep your guys alive the whole entire time. It's a process. We'll all get there. The good thing is these 3 legendary heroes are doing really well as far as damage goes. It's not just Green Arrow. They all do well. Green Arrow is the easiest to put with a Justice League team, and he does insanely good single target damage and AoE damage. But right now we're just testing AoE damage and even going through runs to where we go up against 5 enemies. These should all do really well as long as we can keep them alive with some nice shields and some nice healing. We'll test them all against a single target boss as soon as one comes up. This is the first run with Harley. You can see the damage we're doing with Black Adam is still at that 1.7. Same thing with Green Arrow, 1.7. And we've got Harley in here, of course, pulling out crazy numbers. What we need to focus on, though, is just their individual numbers. 1.7 is what we saw here and 1.7 over here. Now, we're going to bring in Vixen. Vixen's increasing. We saw that run. She's jumping back. She's giving Black Adam that 50% additional attack along with 30% additional attack to the team. Where's the 1.7 increase from that? 1.8? 2 mil? From 1.7? That's all she's doing? And she's only bringing in 300,000? I don't understand what's happening. I don't see, like, I know the Flash isn't good either. This is how the Flash buffs your team. The buffs like one person, really kind of gives them energy so they can do their ultimate faster, and then gives them a small increase in attack and does a little AoE damage. Flash just really isn't good, and it's the same thing with Vixen. Now, Vixen can increase somebody's damage, and I've seen it before if you have somebody doing an insane amount of damage. Like if we were able to make Harley our highest attack hero, which is very hard to do because of the type of role that she fills. She doesn't have insane high attack, but she does a lot of damage. This goes to the highest attack, which is 50% additional. That means nothing. I mean, it means a lot to me. I would think 50% additional attack would do more than bringing Black Adam from 1.7 to 2 mil. And the same thing with 30% overall to all of our other teammates. I would think that this would make a difference. And this is what she's got. She's got this one attack here. That's great. And then she starts out with an additional dodge. So what is up with this hero? Why aren't these working? Is there something going on with the code? I can't believe that these are how they're supposed to be. There is no way that she's going to do miserable damage and then these buffs are this bad. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are on Vixen, and be careful, because unless you have somebody that's just like, you don't have other heroes to play. You only have one hero and it's pulling in far more damage than anyone else, and they have the highest attack. You want to put Vixen in there just to give them a little boost, but man, it's a little boost. But if that person's pulling off 90% of your overall damage, then I guess it could work. I don't know. It's really weird. I think they need to look at Vixen and do something about her. These heroes should still be pulling in some nice numbers. They need to be able to do damage themselves, not as much as everybody else, and then these buffs need to actually do something. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate your time, your love, and your support. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.